Acolyte has been canceled, and guess who's crying about it? Fake Geek girls.
So the Acolyte was canceled.
It's definitely because incels didn't like two people of color holding hands. We're not gonna forget that.
They've hit the second tower.
What's up, all my York Trolls, droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as thatstarwarsgirl, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a little reaction/breakdown of that cancer video you guys just watched in the intro. Now, this video started making the rounds on Twitter because the Acolyte was canceled, and of course, all of the Disney shills started losing their goddamn minds. I did a video about that yesterday. You guys can go check that out. But so one of the funniest things to come out of the Acolyte getting canceled is all of the fake geek girls losing their goddamn minds over this show. And it's like, all of their complaints, you can tell that they've never actually watched a science fiction or science fantasy show in their entire life, because everything that they complain about and they blame on the incels for, it's like this already existed and nobody ever had a problem with, but because these are ignorant fake geek girls, they don't know that. So because I am a whammon and their entire argument is that it's a bunch of angry incel white men complaining about this, I'm gonna do a little EFAP of their video and break down how retarded their arguments are. So let's get started.
So the Acolyte was canceled.
It's definitely because incels didn't like two people of color holding hands.
Oh, okay. Now, hold on 1 minute. So guys, I'm not an incel. I'm actually married and I'm currently pregnant. So there's no way of getting around the incel argument there. Now, let me point something out to you. Whoever that girl was, two people of color holding hands. Funny how nobody had a problem with it in Star Trek or in Stargate SG-1 or in, I don't know, a bunch of other TV shows. Funny how nobody ever had a problem with it. And I'm sure that this girl does not know that these shows existed because, again, fake geek girls. So that argument, again, just debunked. Let's continue.
They've hit the second tower.
It was set up to fail from the beginning. When the Acolyte was first announced as a female-run show with Leslie Headland at the helm.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. It was destined to fail with Leslie Headland at the helm. You want to know why?
Pick a project from your body of work that best represents you.
Oh, wow.
Harvey Weinstein's assistant. Oh. Love it.
Yep.
Allison.
No, God!
I am the type of Star Wars fan that doesn't even have a favorite movie. I just want to live in the universe of Star Wars continually, in perpetuity, forever. So when people are like, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I'm like, there is no Star Wars movie. There is only Star Wars.
I'm gonna kill myself!
That's why. What piece of work best represents you? Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant. All the Star Wars. Just all the Star Wars. Disney hired a fake geek girl just like you to go and do Star Wars. And you want to know why they probably hired her? Because she probably has a lot of dirt on people after being Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant. If you couldn't see the fact that that was going to doom the show from the beginning, I can't help you. God, I'm getting a headache from this, but let's get back into this so it can be over.
Starring a black femme and a diverse cast of characters, unlike we had seen in a Star Wars project before.
Oh my God. Diversity, black femme. See, this just further convinces me that these are the actual racists, because you have to identify everything based on the skin color of the characters. And again, if you actually watched Star Wars, you would know Disney had black femme women in Star Wars already. What, Lupita played Maz Kanata, then you had the one chick that you didn't find out till after the movie that she was actually Lando's daughter. But I mean, there have been women in Star Wars. There have been diverse characters in Star Wars since the beginning of fucking time. But like, look, here are some other sci-fi shows that have black femme women in them. Stargate Atlantis, the original Star Trek. Heck, every freaking movie Zoe Saldana's been in. And it's been all over these franchises since the beginning of fucking time. You can go back and watch the goddamn Twilight Zone, and there's black femme characters in it. But honestly, all this does is prove to me that, again, these are the real racists, because they don't look at a person for their value. They only judge a person based on their skin color, and that's what gives them value. These are the real racists. Because guess what? All these things that they're complaining about don't exist except for in their own twisted fucked up minds, because nobody was watching any of the shows that I listed and looking at it like, oh, is that character a black female? Check, check, check. No, but you know what? They are. None of the normal non-racist people are. Only racist people do that.
Weird.
All right, let's get back to this hell.
The review bombers took to the internet before the show even had a chance to air.
I'm sorry, but this isn't review bombing. These are people that are reacting to what we saw for their own promotion about Star Wars. People are allowed, just like you guys are, to make videos and express their opinions. Funny how, though, when it's other people that you don't like doing it, it's review bombing. But when you guys do it, it's okay. It's that whole rules for thee, but not for me.
I understand that it got review bombed to an insane degree by so many people who were hating on it just because of what seemed like internal prejudice.
Internal prejudice? The only people I have seen that have internal prejudice are these freaking fake geek girls, are these Disney shills. They're the ones that are all, oh, it's got to be about diversity. It's got to have that little checklist of all of these things because you have no value as a human being. You have no value as an actor or actress unless you check off this checklist. I'm sorry. If you want to see internal prejudice, look in a goddamn mirror, because actual, real Star Wars fans that were critical of this show had actual reasons, not racist, fucked up reasons like you guys.
Prejudice.
Amanda Stenberg, who not only gave a phenomenal performance as Osha, but also as her twin sister May, had no choice but to stick up for themselves and defend herself against the vitriol and bigotry that she was receiving because Lucasfilm did not protect her.
Sorry, can't play that little clip of that terrible twerking video because I will get flagged. But, this is what I find ironic about these so-called feminists is that they claim, and I don't know if that chick in the video is a feminist. I'm sure she identifies as one, but I don't know for sure. That's just me making an assumption. But when I see that, like, Lucasfilm didn't even defend her. It's like, I thought that strong, independent women didn't need people to defend them. I thought that they weren't damsel in distresses. I thought that's why, like, they don't need no door open for them by no man. They don't need your help. But funny how when it's like, oh, people were critical of her, it's like, welcome to fucking life. Gosh, we're not even halfway through. I just turned up the play speed, so hopefully we can get through this hell.
The supposed Star Wars fans were divided, and by that I mean incels of the internet and of Twitter.
Managed to pull off enemies to lovers so...
Incels of the internet and Twitter. Funny, I'm not in it. How much you want to bet every single one of these girls complaining is single, unmarried, childless, and owns a cat? How much you guys want to bet that they hit all 4 of those checkpoints? I'm guessing that they all do.
Managed to pull off enemies to lovers so well.
Lucasfilm didn't do it.
Really? Enemies to lovers so well? Where? How? No. See, all this proves to me is that none of these girls actually care about Star Wars. They just want fucking Twilight. They want Divergent. They want that genre. I'm sorry, but that genre is not Star Wars. You girls want something else.
So well.
Lucasfilm didn't do anything to protect the cast and the crew of the Acolyte.
Again, I thought that all of these full-grown adults could take care of themselves, but now all of a sudden they're all damsels in distress that need a big multi-million-dollar company to come and defend them. The irony there doesn't really make sense.
Of the Acolyte.
Why can't the girls have fun things for the girlies? Why?
See, I don't know what the hell that chick is talking about because there is so much out there for women. Look at all of these TV shows and movies that are geared specifically at women. Women take up, I don't know, over 50% of the human population on this planet. There is so much content out there for women. You got Sex and the City, Gilmore Girls, Pretty Little Liars, all of the Keeping Up with the Kardashian shows. Look at all these movies that I have up on here. The industry for pleasing women is fucking gigantic. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than the guys industry. So this whole argument, like, why can't we have something for the girlies? It's like, what more do you want?
But it just shows how fragile you guys are to storytelling.
And it was...
Oh my God, look who's fucking talking. These girls haven't said anything about storytelling. It's all about diversity. Give me a fucking break.
And it was for the girls on board.
No, it wasn't. I'm a girl. It was not made for me. I am an actual female Star Wars fan. All of you fake geek girls are not. It was not made for people like me, actual Star Wars fans. It was made for, I don't know, money laundering. There was no resemblance aside from people cosplaying as Star Wars characters at all. They did not give two shits about Star Wars, and all of these girls would know that if they were actual Star Wars fans.
Leslie Headland was so dedicated as a fan of Star Wars.
No, she wasn't. She doesn't know anything about Star Wars, and she proved that in every single interview she did. Stop pulling up fake shit out of your ass, girl.
So when Mother Anicia says this quote,
I like how she doesn't even know the quote.
Is literally about people of color.
Okay, so this is another case of putting words in people's mouth. She doesn't even say the actual quote because I don't even think she knows the quote. She just inserted this image after. It says, "The galaxy is not a place for women like us." She's talking about the powers that they're using because that's the entire point, because they're hiding from the Jedi. She's not talking about their skin color. Again, every word that comes out of these girls' mouths just further prove that they don't know or care anything about Star Wars. It's all about the agenda, and that's all it ever was for these people. Again, fake geek girls.
I don't care about what the incel said.
Funny, I'm not an incel, so do you care what I have to say? No. And guess what? All of the guys that these women are complaining about from their little screenshots of YouTube videos, you know that like 90% of those men are married with children, so they're not incels. So who are you complaining about? Oh, that's right. You don't even know yourself. You're just repeating a fucking narrative. Fake fucking geek girls.
You guys bullied Amanda Stenberg so bad.
Again, I thought she was a strong, independent woman that could take it. But you guys have no problem bullying all of these Star Wars fans and calling them incels and names throughout this entire little videos that you guys have all done. Again, rules for thee, but not for me. The hypocrisy. Oh my gosh.
The Acolyte, it was kind of to be expected considering how it is set in the universe that has, if not one of then the most toxic fan base like ever.
I'm sorry, but she's straight up fucking lying and she knows it. You want to know what industry probably has the most toxic fan base ever? The beauty industry. Oh my God, a female-dominated industry. And guys, I'm going to go out on a limb and say every industry that's dominated by women is toxic. The beauty industry, the fashion industry, the chick flick industry, the baking industry, the knitting industry. Heck, women are the ones that pretty much started this cancel culture. So you want to say that, oh, Star Wars has the most toxic fan base? You're either one, fucking stupid, or two, fucking lying.
What do you mean? It wasn't bringing in the
The viewership was not bad. The precedent this is setting.
What the fuck do you mean the viewership was not bad? It has the lowest rated season finale of any Disney Plus show. Not just this Disney Star Wars show, of all Disney Plus shows. Give me a fucking... Guys, facts don't care about your fifis. Just because you want something to you pretend to be successful doesn't mean it's actually successful.
The precedent this is setting is very scary and very concerning. What Lucasfilm is doing with this decision is allowing the bigots to win, allowing the bigots to run with this and decide, even if that's not the original intent.
I'm sorry, hun. Again, the only bigot I have seen so far is you and pretty much everyone else in this video. You guys are the only one with your little checklist of you have to be this color, you have to be this, sexual orientation, you got to be this, you got to be this, you got to be this to, make it good. You guys are the bigots here, not Star Wars fans that just want good storytelling that doesn't break the lore and isn't like a big F you to George Lucas and the entire fan base. It's crazy that that's what Star Wars fans want, and you guys want pretty much the opposite. You see the hypocrisy there? Oh my gosh, we're almost done. Let's keep going.
Intention of canceling the show, that they have won, that they are correct, that Star Wars needs to be white and male, and it can't be anything else.
Nobody has said that but you. No, Disney canceled the show because it cost $180 million to make, and no one was watching it. My brain hurts. I hate listening to fake geek girls. And guys, I can tell you, as a woman, I have met so many of these chicks in real life throughout my life. I was the girl going to school with Princess Leia buns in my hair on Star Wars Day and getting bullied like chicks like this. So I have zero fucking patience for this kind of bullshit. These are not Star Wars fans. These are Twilight fans. We want that weird toxic type of 50 Shades of Grey relationship fans. They don't give a shit about Star Wars. They proved it by everything that they said in this video. It's all they are latching onto right now is because it's popular all of the sudden to be a Star Wars fan. And yeah, Disney is really trying to cultivate that girl brand, which they really didn't need to, especially by alienating their actual audience that would actually spend money and buy shit. No, they're like, oh, Twilight was successful. Let's try to get that weird, cheesy teenage, like rom-com romance shit in it. Not even rom-com, like the toxic side of it. And let's bring all of those people in and then let's hide underneath diversity. So if you are at all critical about it, they just immediately try to pull like the race or the LGBTQ plus card. And it's like, no. There's actual things wrong with this, but none of these people care because they're not actual Star Wars fans. So I've fucking had it. I don't mind calling out this bullshit because that's exactly what it is. It's bullshit. Y'all aren't actual Star Wars fans. You're a bunch of fake geek girls and you know how I know they're fake geek girls? Because everything they're complaining about doesn't exist. Every single thing. Oh, you want diversity in a TV show? Guess what? There's so many shows out there that have that. Oh, and you want to say that people have been complaining? Oh, it's all the toxic incel white men that complain about it. It's like, it's funny how all of these franchises existed and were successful with all of those, I guess incel white men, and these were never a problem before any of you guys showed up. Isn't that funny how it works? God, I can go on and on for days, but I'm about to blow a gasket, so I'm going to call it a day on this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about all of this down below in the comment section. If you guys liked this video, please smash the like button. If you didn't, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching this far through. And if you guys like my channel, my content, please take a minute and smash the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. And make sure that the bell is set to all, that we actually get notifications when I post videos and when I do live streams. And also, I just wanted to add, guys, my store is up. I do have merch up on it. YouTube doesn't really like to promote it, even though I have it connected to the channel. So if you guys want to help support the channel by either like leaving a super thanks or backing and buying some merch, I got a bunch of like t-shirts and prints and stuff of like my paintings and my cosplay up on my merch store. That is also linked down below in the description of this video. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and may the force be with you because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.